Hi there, my name is Sarah and I am the owner and founder of Online Social Butterfly. Today I wanted to have a little chat to you about the importance of taking a break. Now I know that in this COVID world, things can feel quite difficult and quite hard, but I did want to talk about the importance to our business of taking a break from our regular activities. So for me, normally, before we were unable to travel here in Western Australia, I would definitely take a good chunk of time off over the Christmas summer period. Typically, I would take 4 to 5 weeks and go on holiday, hopefully overseas with my family. But that obviously hasn't been possible. And one of the things that I found coming into the end of 2021 is that I felt quite tired. And I think the reason for that is probably I'm working harder than ever and I'm not taking enough breaks. So I wanted to have a chat to how can you take a break when you are busy or you can't travel or when you just simply don't have the funds and things to do that. So I would say that definitely if you can take an extended break, like 4 weeks in your business, I would highly recommend this. It is really important to kind of step away and decompress and just stop thinking all the time. And I find that the last time I went on a 4-week holiday was almost 2 years ago, and we went on a 5-week trip to New Zealand to see my husband's family. And I found that the first 2 weeks I was still switched on, so still up and wound up, and it took me that 2 weeks to decompress. And after that, I felt myself really slowing down. I felt myself easing into that relaxation mode. And the beauty of that is that I came back super refreshed. And unfortunately, I came back straight into COVID and all of those changes that came with. But the beauty of those long breaks, if you haven't taken one, I can't stress how important they are to you and your business. Now, obviously, lots of us can't take 4-week breaks all the time, but I would also say that if you can take a weekend or a week away from your business, you would definitely benefit from that. So I had over the summer vacation 2 1-week holidays with my family. And again, I found that it was just that mental space away from my business. And if you're like me, I work from home. So this is our office is home-based office. And it means that my business is always sitting there kind of thinking about me and I'm thinking about it. So having that like week away from the home is really, really great to do that as well. And I would say that if you can't even do that, try and have a long weekend. So, grab a Friday or a Monday and take a long weekend away and just try and unwind and rest. And I think that having breaks is probably one of the most underrated business activities, because I find that every time I take a break from my business, I come up with great ideas. And the reason for that is my brain is not overflowing with other stuff and it just doesn't have that space to rest. And that's really bad for creativity. So if you feel like that, I would highly recommend you have a break. It can just do wonders for you and your business. Obviously, in terms of refreshing us and recharging us, that's great. But I certainly find that as soon as I step away from my business, I have great ideas. And when I was on my last holiday, I was sitting around with some friends having a couple of gin and tonics, and I was like, oh, I want to change a couple of things in my business. And I came up with the name Social Circus, which I love and I think super fun and super creative. And I'm pretty sure that I would not have come up with that if I hadn't stepped away from my business. So highly recommend it for that. So if you aren't able to take a break, what I would say to you is you can always take a break. And my favorite thing to do when I feel stuck in my business is just going for a 15-minute walk. And I really love that chance to step away and just have a little breath. And what I find is even whatever kind of walk you can take, if you can take longer, brilliant, but 15 minutes will do the trick. I find as soon as I step away from my desk, my brain instantly just goes, whew. And I do think that it's really, really important to do that. So if you find yourself working hard, try and, take any kind of break from your business. But if that is not possible, I will say that a few years ago, I read the book Do Less by Kate Northrup. And if you haven't heard of that, I highly recommend you check it out. She also has a planner now as well. And her book is directed really at women. And it talks about our cycle, as in our menstrual cycle. And if you're like me and you don't have a cycle, you can follow the cycles of the moon. So I haven't had one for many, many years due to health reasons, and I had a hysterectomy. So I follow the cycles of the moon. And what I found is that if I can listen to my body and pay attention to how I am feeling, I can actually work less. And so I really pay attention now to how my brain feels. And when I sit down at my desk, I try and decide what it is that I would like to do. And that means, am I feeling creative and would I like to write social media posts and create some images in Canva? Or am I not feeling my best self and should I just do a bit of admin? Or am I feeling like a bit extroverted and I should maybe go out and do some networking? So I'm trying to listen more to my body, and by that I'm working less because I'm working more efficiently. So I would definitely recommend having a look into that working in your cycles philosophy, because I love it and I think it's really, really powerful in terms of I want to work less. So one of my goals this year in terms of my work is to not work a Friday. I haven't quite got there yet because I had my diary booked out. And unfortunately, I've got clients right through to the end of Feb booked on a Friday. So I won't be able to take that off just yet. But my goal is to really plan my days more intentionally. So Monday and Tuesday, I intend to work in my business and spend more time with my husband, who also works in our business, because his biggest complaint about 2021 is that he could never get my attention, and we obviously need to work on client work together. So Monday, Tuesday is going to be dedicated in my office. Wednesday, Thursday is going to be my client consulting and training days. And then Friday, fingers crossed, I'll be taking the day off. Now, when I say that, obviously I've been working in my own business for a long time, but with the need to work intentionally, because my days are more mapped out, I find that I'm much more productive. So I know that Monday, Tuesdays, if I want to get stuff done, it's got to be then or it's never. So it really, really pushes me to make sure that I'm focused, make sure that I'm not scrolling, and to make sure that I'm doing the work that I need to be doing. So I hope that you found this video useful, because I would love for you to be working less and working more efficiently and getting the benefits from taking a break in terms of clearing your mental space, reducing your stress, and hopefully allowing you to find some creativity. So off you go and take a walk, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.